Hello and welcome to the Long COVID Physio International Forum. My name is Darren Brown and I am the chair of Long COVID Physio. I'm also the chair of the Forum Planning Committee for this very forum. I'm a clinical academic physiotherapist with lived experience of living with long COVID, and I am so very, very happy to welcome you all today to the Long COVID Physio International Forum. As an international patient-led association with UK, Commonwealth and international members from around the world, I do want to pay respect and send my deepest condolences to all affected by the death of Queen Elizabeth II. Some people, including speakers, may not be able to join us over the next days, and our thoughts are with you too. I do want to personally acknowledge the Queen's 7 decades of service. She was a constant during a great period of change. Long COVID Physio's values include connecting to create change, and that is why we are all here over these 2 days. This virtual forum has been designed to centre people living with long COVID and disability. We believe that biomedical research is critical to the better understanding of mechanistic causes and potential treatments for long COVID. In parallel to this, many of the 150 million people living with long COVID are experiencing disability now, which is why we want to be a voice, to prioritise disability justice alongside other important research and activities. We have curated this forum to enable sustained engagement so that everybody here has a voice. You can join the conversation and share your priorities using Padlet during the forum. We bring to you this content with respect and humility of the impact of long COVID on day-to-day life. Equity and belonging is central to our approach, and we hope that all of you feel connected to this prioritisation of disability justice throughout the forum. With accountability and transparency, we aspire that this forum will have positive impact on lived experiences, practice, research, and policy. This forum will be research generating, and your priorities that you share will steer future responses. This forum embraces international connections with over 80 speakers, or what we call catalysts for conversation, from 19 countries, and delegates, over 700 of you, from over 30 different countries. So I do want to give a personal warm welcome to everybody from around the world joining us at the Long COVID Physio International Forum from Asia, Africa, North and South America, Europe, and Australasia. So now I will pass over to Jimmy McKay, our Master of Ceremonies for the Long COVID Physio International Forum.
Thanks so much, Darren. Hello, everyone. I'm a physical therapist who will be masquerading as your Master of Ceremonies these 2 days. And right now I'm here to highlight ways for you to interact with the forum. So first up, a way to understand. I'd love to bring your attention to the bottom of your Zoom screen to a button that is labeled Show Captions. Now, if you select that option, you'll begin to see a live transcription of what I'm saying and the rest of the speakers live on screen. There is also an option to select from a number of languages for this transcription. You can toggle between the languages by clicking on the up arrow right on the Show Captions button in your Zoom screen. From there, you can hover over the selection Speaking Language and select a language of your choosing from that list. And that's a way for you to better understand. Let's talk about interaction. This forum was designed with interactivity in mind. And there are 2 ways to be a part of the forum as a guest. You can utilize the Zoom chat feature, as we're all accustomed to in a Zoom world, and that button is located on the bottom of your Zoom screen. There'll also be a second option called Padlet. Now, first, when to use that chat feature in Zoom. Again, it's located on the bottom of your Zoom screen. You can use that to communicate with speakers with direct questions during or after the sessions. And the second way, Padlet, is a way to start, join, and continue the conversation, share resources, and engage with the other participants from around the world. Padlet allows everyone to have a voice. You can engage with Padlet by entering the web address that we'll put on the screen and put in the chat box, or by scanning the QR code that we'll have on the screen soon. We also do want to mention that recordings of the sessions will be available after 1 week of the forum ending for you to view again. Thanks so much. I'm excited to be part of this event.
Hello and welcome to the Long COVID Physio International Forum. My name is Rebecca John and I am the Vice Chair of Long COVID Physio, and I would like to welcome you all to what's sure to be a few days of fascinating content. The forum itself is very inclusive, which is exactly what we need to consider when considering individuals suffering with long COVID. So whether you are watching live or whether you are catching up on the day's events, there is something for everyone, and it is sure to be the most inclusive and interesting long COVID forum yet. So welcome, and I hope that you enjoy the festivities.
Let's bring in now a special guest, founding president and CEO of Rocky Mountain University of Health Professions here in the United States. Let's welcome in Dr. Richard Nielsen.
Is that better?
You are loud and clear.
Okay. Thank you, Jimmy. And thank you, everyone, for giving me the opportunity to kind of insert here after we've had some great discussions already this morning. Dr. Stokes, thank you. And Dr. DeCary, that was great. The panel was awesome. Greetings from the United States of America for those of you who are not here. Also, greetings from Provo, Utah, where it's a home of Rocky Mountain University of Health Professions. I'm a little jet lagged as well, just having returned from Africa, where I've been the last 3 weeks working on some humanitarian things. So physically, I'm in the mountain time zone of Utah, and physiologically, I'm still 8 time zones away. So I know how all of you appreciate that. I'm honored to give an official welcome representing Rocky Mountain University, the host institution here. Regardless of the time zones you currently live in, I got recently got some stats here. We have about 741 potential participants in this international forum, 85 speakers representing about 30 different countries. Isn't it awesome that we have access to this technology, that we can break down all of the country barriers and the time zone barriers, and unitedly really get together and talk about, discuss, share experiences, share vision of this most important topic. I'm grateful for Darren Brown and from the UK, who you heard from in the introductory comments. Darren, thank you for your work and the work that your board is doing. You're the president of the International Long COVID Physio Board, and I know that there are many, many people behind the scenes that have worked hard to bring this international forum to fruition. Recognize also the key players from Rocky Mountain University. As we all know, it does take a village to put something like this together and to execute it, especially knowing all the technological barriers that could exist to prevent this from happening. So the list is too long from Rocky Mountain University to thank individually, but I do like to recognize them. And finally, I'd like to recognize all of the 85 presenters who have prepared to share your thoughts and your experience, and like I said, your research and your vision on the long COVID scene, the tireless hours that you've all put together so that those that are benefiting, whether you represent academic institutions, research facilities, whether it be clinical and hospital practices or the literature, everyone can be elevated from having experienced and participated in this event. So you are all part of the greatest minds and the greatest hands, and certainly the greatest hearts that exist in this very small world, as we're seeing right now, bringing everybody together over the next 2 days to be able to elevate ourselves. And has already been mentioned, not only learn, but sometimes unlearn some of the things that we have to both learn and unlearn to get a better handle on how better to provide care for these patients and and others who are involved with this problem. So I wish you all the best over the next couple of days. I'm very, very excited to participate in this, mostly from just listening to all of your experiences and benefit from your wisdom. So onward, and thanks again for all you're doing to enhance the care and the practice procedure for long COVID patients.
Excellent. Thanks so much, Dr. Nielsen. Go get some rest. And thanks so much for doing that great work overseas.
Thank you.